Good morning. What's going on, everybody? It is day 27 extreme cut. Day 27. That's a lot to take in. That's a lot of videos. So I'm finally getting caught up on getting those uploaded. Again, not that anybody's fucking watching them anyway. This is mostly for me. But day 27, weighed in this morning at 197.6. So that's good. You know, I started at about 209. So 12 pounds in 4 weeks is actually really good. Not only that, I'm extremely happy with the progress. So I'm going another 2 weeks. I've already decided that, so I'm going to do 6 weeks on this extreme cut, which actually puts me right around, I want to say 15 weeks for a normal cut, which should be, between 12 and 16. So that's good, because originally I was like, it seems like such a long time, I'm not going to do it. I'll do 12 weeks, and now here I am. This is either week 12 or week 13. I'd have to go and check my journal to see what day I actually started the cut, which, it wasn't a very good start to the cut, in all reality. I could have done much better. I didn't take photos from that day either. I got a couple from roughly around that time. So I can play around with that, so that's good. But tomorrow is going to be a challenge in of itself. So with 2 weeks left, I am doing a carb load tomorrow. Done a bunch of research on this, looked into it, so I'm still going to be eating my 200 grams of protein, so my body weight in protein, pardon me. But now I got to eat 4 times my body weight in carbs the day before picture day, which would be Sunday. So 4 times my body weight. Can anybody do that math? That's 800 fucking grams of carbs. That is a lot. Anybody that doesn't know or realize, that's a fucking lot of carbs. I spent a good chunk of time last night just trying to put a bit of a meal plan together for the day. It is gonna be intense. On top of that, I have to increase my fat to half my body weight, so 100 grams of fat, and I'm normally around 50. Fat shouldn't be a problem. That's easy enough to come by. We're talking the healthy fat, so even if I buy almonds, shit like that will be good. Olive oil, which I still use regularly anyway. Margarine or butter is actually good for you as well, to an extent. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I was looking into it, and I want to be careful because I don't want to bloat, which is going to be one of the hardest things. I find I bloat with gluten. I was one of those assholes that used to make fun of people for going gluten-free. I did it for a while. I did it for almost a full year, and I did notice a difference. A big difference. And I wasn't feeling like crap. I wasn't bloating. Now, if I eat certain things that contain gluten, I bloat right out. Now, that being said, I'm going to have a good 10 to 12 hours without even eating or drinking anything, like from the time I go to sleep to the time I get up. So about 6 o'clock in the morning is roughly when I am going to do photos, because I got to teach at 7 now, and then do a charity run, which is going to be interesting on the Sunday. But luckily I'm going to be carb loading on Saturday, so I should have lots of fucking energy for that. The other major downside to doing this carb load, no water. I don't know how many of you guys have ever tried to go without water or just anything to drink. that's going to be the hardest part discipline wise, aside from just fucking eating nonstop. So I looked into a few things. I've got spinach wraps, which we like to use, are 30 grams. A half cup of rice is 30 grams, well, 38 grams, so 40 grams. And I've done the math, and if you just heard it there, 40 grams of carbs for a half a gram, and I need 800 grams of carbs. What is that? That is 10 full cups of fucking rice. Fuck that. That is a lot of rice. I don't think I'll be doing that. I was debating on it. I'm like, I'll just fucking eat rice all day. No, I'll feel like shit. I don't have the good stuff either way. It's minute rice, which, like certain other things, has preservatives and shit in it as well. So, will I have rice? Absolutely. I'm looking forward to having fucking rice because I haven't had rice in 4 fucking weeks. So I'm looking forward to that. So I looked into some other options. I can have pasta. I've got gluten-free pasta at home, which if I eat a quarter of the box, which is actually very feasible, that's 80 grams. Just not bad. The other thing I looked into was something that I really enjoy, is sweet potatoes. So there is roughly 21 grams of carbs per 100 grams of sweet potato. The average sweet potato that I see lately is probably about 300 fucking grams. They're big, which is good. I can literally snack on that anytime I get hungry. Like I got an air fryer, and that's probably what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just be cooking up fucking sweet potatoes like all goddamn day. I'm gonna have a muffin in the morning to start. Looked at that. Muffin was 50 grams. So there's a lot of options out there. It's just how I'm going to feel after. Now, protein wise, nothing's going to change. I'm still eating the same amount of protein that I do every day. So again, that is going to be easy enough to do. No real change there. I reached out to my nutritionist, who happens to be one of my employers for the fitness group that I teach with. Ran it past her, and her response was, "Holy fuck, that's a lot of carbs." That was her legit response. And I was like, well, I looked into this and I might do this. She goes, they all sound like good ideas. She didn't have too much more input. I'm a nutrition coach, so I've got a background in this as well. So I have a rough idea of what I need to be putting into my body. The other thing is going to be the spacing of it, and I might lose some ground in the weight loss, which is fine. If it's anything, it's going to be like 2 pounds. But the idea for this is by carb loading with healthy carbs, of course. So I'm still going to be eating lots of veggies and shit like that. Right now I'm eating about 70 grams of carbs a day just in broccoli and green beans. So again, I have to eat 10 times that. I'd just sit there and eat fucking broccoli all day, cook broccoli. That would suck too. But the idea is that it makes the muscles pop, so it makes them fuller, makes the veins fuller. By not having any water, it's, I don't want to say it shrinks the skin, it makes the skin thinner or seem thinner, so your muscles come out fuller. So you're supposed to have just a overall much more aesthetically pleasing look when it comes to judging. Now, I don't have a coach for this. I'm doing all this on my own, which is why I'm documenting this. So that way I can go back later on if I'm working with a client that wants to get into bodybuilding, and I've personally done this myself, and be like, hey, this works, this doesn't, this fucking sucks. It's going to be stuff like that. So yeah, today is pull day. So I did chest last night because it was supposed to be push day, and I ended up doing leg day because I had missed it. So then I doubled up yesterday. So I did legs in the morning and chest in the evening. Chest was a fairly light workout. I don't have much weights at home to be able to work with to do that. I got 25, 35, and 45 pound kettlebells, pairs of each. So I just played around with those. I did flat bench with those and incline. Was still super difficult because of the angle of the bars. So I gotta invest in some actual dumbbells. They're super expensive right now, so that's why I haven't done it. But for days that I can't get to the gym, just being able to have them is going to help. So today again is pull day. I'm gonna try a couple different sequences. So normally on my pull day, I'm pretty consistent. Do lat pull downs, then I do mid rows, and then I do lat prayers, and then I'll do bicep curls and face pulls is generally the routine on pull day. Today I'm going to switch it up a little bit. So I'm actually going to start with pull-ups. The goal for the end of the year is to do 10 unassisted pull-ups. At the moment, I don't even know. I do pull-ups at the end of my workout. So by then I'm pretty gassed, right? So that's why I figured today I'm going to start with them. So I'm actually going to start with lat pull downs. With a lightweight, I'm talking like 75 to 100 pounds, which generally when I do the reps, I'm at 100 pounds to 112.5 pounds, whatever the fuck it's set up weird, for high reps. So even if I go down to 75, just to activate the lats, just to get them moving, get some fluid going, and then I'll go and do some pull-ups. And I'm going to try and do 4 sets to failure. The first 2 I'm going to do unassisted, and then I will pull out the band and do some assisted, and do what I can. Now, if I do it before I'm fully fatigued, it should be good. And then I will continue probably with my mid rows. It has been a big back builder for me. Thickness wise, not width, so that's why I've been really working on pull downs and pull-ups, because in my lats, it's the hardest thing for me to flex. It is really where I need to work the most right now. If I'm stepping on stage, that's what they're going to look at, and my lats just aren't there right now. Now maybe after I lose a bit more fat, they're going to stick out more. I don't know. So still working towards that. So that's the plan. 1 set or 4 sets of bicep curls, but only 1 exercise. I used to do like 3 different exercises for biceps. I don't see a point anymore. I basically do cable preacher curls, and that is enough to stimulate, especially with the other back movements I'm doing. And I might do an extreme row today, as opposed to the face pull. I like the extreme row. We've got a good machine for that, chest supported, to lie down, and you can get a really, really good eccentric stretch on that. So that's become one of my favorites, but I don't do it very often. Mainly because I do the mid row. Now it does attack the muscles a little differently, so we'll see how I feel after I do some pull-ups. But all right, guys, that's all I got for you for now. This is again day 27, pre-pump. Let's see how we do. You guys know the drill. Own your lives, get after it.